So my neighbor's tree has fallen into my yard, and I checked around the arborists. They want roughly $7,000 to cut this thing up and remove it. I'm not even gonna mention how much my insurance deductible is. So long story short, this has turned into a DIY, a do-it-yourself project. So I'm gonna get started on it after this and right after this. All right, so here's the situation. My neighbor's tree has fallen and it can't get up. Luckily, it did not do any damage. There's one limb, if you look there, leaning on top of the garage. No damage to the gutters or anything like that, so thank goodness for that. But as you can see, it has blocked our backyard. Let's see what it looks like from the front. Well, as you can see, a whole lot of tree. Today, the assignment was to cut this big boy up because it is blocking everything. I heard it crash down this morning. I didn't know what it was, so I checked around to make sure everything was okay with the house, and then I came out and this is what happened. I'm a trusty chainsaw and we're about to put some work in. I have no idea how long this is going to take, but we got to get this cut up so that I can at least access. The gate is crushed, by the way. The gate is crushed. I can see it here. I got to be able to at least get out of the gate because I can't get the lawnmower out. Not that I was going to cut the grass today anyway. Let's just say this is a lot of work. Time to put that chainsaw to work. I'll let you see what it looks like when I can get some of this down and done. AB's on ice right now. All right. Yeah, this is going to take a while, folks. We have a long way to go, but I just want you to see how much I've gotten done so far as clearing like a little path to the front. Take a beer break and then I'll get back to work. Had to get a cold beer for this one. Show you where we are right now, so make progress. So as you can see, we got it off the house. Most of the big pieces that was right there covering up the remaining part of the driveway. Got that up and cut down some of the limbs here. And of course, my poor little gate. It was already old anyway, but it's got smashed up. But I put it back together, just for the hell of it. Just so I can close the gate. Already done all of that. We're gonna cut all the way back here. That's gonna take a minute. Don't rush yourself. This is how much I've done for today. Right there, we kind of cleared out a little bit more here. So now the goal is just to try to even this up. I'm just gonna kind of cut this off here and maybe there. And this is what the current situation is on the tree. Now what I'm gonna do is cut this part here today. Not gonna do too much, probably just go around right here on this one. These here, just a little bit today. Okay, so I'm taking a quick break just to get something to drink. I'm thirsty, and This is the progress, how much of the tree I've cut back right here. So yeah, so that's how far it is now. I'm gonna clean up, then I'm gonna cut the grass, then I'll head to the office. This is where we are starting from today, right here. Let's get started. That's going to be it for today. It's starting to rain now, so I'm going to stop here. This is what we got done today, and we'll pick up tomorrow. Even though we are in the midst of chopping down this huge tree, still got to get to the office. So the sticks, got the balls, and we're going to head to the office, and then we'll come back and we'll take care of that tree. Let's go. There's a little bunny rabbit. Okay, so here we are today. We're about to get started on the tree again. Cut back probably to about right here today. All the way down. That's how far I'm going to cut what I'm working with. My chainsaw here. Keep some extra gas. Bar with 2-stroke. Bar and chain oil. Extra oil. Cooler with all. Cut back a couple of feet. Tomorrow I'm gonna either work on this bottom one, a few feet on that, and maybe a couple feet on the second one. The third one over there merges together, so I may just take a piece off the top, and then that's about it. This is where we are right now. I'm gonna work on this bottom one right here. And checking and see if we can get all the way up to the top. But so far we brought it all the way up to here. A little more I'm going to cut off there, and then I'm going to start working on the next big piece. Start on the big one. That's part of it. A big piece over there as well. I'm gonna try and cut here, and then maybe 2 here. Last but not least will be this one on the bottom. It's running along here, all the way to here. Now, because of how big all the other ones are, like this size, the bottom one should almost be a piece of cake, hopefully. gonna lie to you folks, this is heavy. It is really heavy. It's not even that thick. A lot tougher than I imagined. We cut up the other piece that was running along there. I had to cut up some of it so that I can get a piece to brace underneath to catch the weight. As I cut the big one, the weight is pulling down on it from all the way at the end, because as you can see, there's nothing underneath. So I cut up this one here, and I took a couple thick pieces to brace the weight. And I'll take it here and underneath once it starts coming down. So we're gonna cut this piece here, probably about right here, and then here. The reason I'm cutting them that thin because I have to move them myself, and like I said, they are really heavy. So I'm going to cut it as far back today, and then we'll work on the rest of it. But anyway, in the midst of doing all of that chainsaw work, you know you got to take some time, entertain yourself. Here you go. Okay, so this is kind of the home stretch for me. I'll let you know what's next. What I'm about to do now is cut through probably a few slices here. Probably about 3 or 4 slices. Slices here, then I'll come around and drop them on this side to separate them from the big one. And the second one, I'll come through, maybe hit a few cuts here, and then I'll drop it right up in there. Then I'll come through and probably hit it maybe once or twice, maybe here and here. And then I'll finish up with this bottom one right here. Probably stop around here. Once I get this, I can get this one out of the way, and I can get underneath there. Well, that's the plan. I don't know exactly how it's going to turn out, but let's get started. I also forgot to mention, if you're using your chainsaw as much as I'm using it now, you will need to sharpen it every so often. It's recommended that you sharpen every time you have to refill the tank. I don't often do that, probably should, but anyway, I'm taking a break to sharpen it now. These are the tools I'm using here. This here is my file. Use this file here, this one here, this little gadget right here that you just sit on there like that. I use a marker as a starting point. This is where I actually started from, right here. This one, right here. So that's where I am now. I'm coming down toward the finish line. All I do is just sit it on there and file it. Different ways you can do it, but I just find this way quicker. So, and of course, I always use gloves because the blades are sharp. So safety first. You only have to do it probably about 4 to 6 times, but it depends on how dull your blades are. And you know, it's a feel thing for me. So you may only have to do it 4 times. I, on the other hand, do it somewhere between 4 and 7. And then you turn it around like this. And now we go the other way, because the blades are 2 different angles, so it's every other blade for the angle. Again, this right here will be my starting point here. And then once you finish sharpening your blade, you have to make sure that you shave the rakers. These are the rakers right here, these in front of the blades. So here's your blades. These are the rakers. We're doing soft wood. So what you'll do is you'll slide this over like that. Anyway, here's the file. I was trying to show you, but I'm holding the camera. But you'll file down the rakers if they are too high, right? So that's about it. Now let me get back to cutting this tree. Okay, so we are coming down to what I like to consider the end of this project, the tree project. What I'm about to do now is make probably two more cuts. Then it should drop after this brace. I have another brace here to catch the weight of the tree as far as how many cuts I'm gonna make. And we will consider this project complete. Should cut about here. And then one about right here. Every so often I have to pull this wood apart with your bare hands. You may have to just get in there and get some and just snatch it out. You understand what I'm saying? Just mere strength with no assistance from the chainsaw at that point. Anyway, that was hard. All right, folks, that's it. That's my two cuts right there. This one here and this one. Consider this tree project complete. It's ReekG. Until next time, take care of yourself. Peace. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks again for